first we have a flashback video to share with you from Klaus Schwab, the globalist oligarch himself, where he says that by 2030, there will be no private cars. And I don't want to give it all away. He says some pretty extreme things, but unsurprising from the same person who is head really of the World Economic Forum, who previously stated that you will own nothing and you will be happy.
We meet for the 20th. I hope I will have the pleasure still to be invited for the meeting. When we meet for the 20th Governance Summit, you will use the app like Uber, but not anymore to call some driver, but automatically guided car, a self-driven car, will come to your hotel or wherever you are and will bring you to the airport. No, Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic, who told me in 2030, Los Angeles will be private car-driven free. And this will allow to transform highways into parks and other public spheres.
That doesn't make sense what he's saying. I'm sorry, but what would change the traffic in between private car who come to search you to bring you somewhere else than you to use your own vehicle to go where you want to go? What is the difference?
The thing that always gets me about these billionaires when they get up on stage and tell you, the little plebs, how you're going to live based on their watch and their agenda and what they want for you, where you don't have a say, you'll own nothing and you better be happy with it, is I don't think that Klaus Schwab is going to give up any of his personal vehicles or airplanes or jets or whatever other assets that he has in his possession. So it's not for the people like Klaus Schwab that are going to be carless. It's just for us, the little guys, who will be eating the bugs, living in container cities, in small little boxcar containers, and we'll be boxed into these 15-minute cities where you won't need a car anyway, because you're not getting out of the perimeter of your 15-minute city, and everything you need will be right there to be completely centralized in these little pockets. And Klaus Schwab will be jet setting across the world, still lecturing everybody on how they should eat the bugs, and he'll be having his 5-star restaurant filet mignon. That's the future that I often see these individuals promoting for themselves.
But they are such a hypocrite when you look at that, because they are not even elected by nobody. They represent nobody, but they are pushing and like indoctrinate some people with some crazy idea. And we have like some crazy people who lead our country who actually believe that they need to implement that on their people. I will not say that maybe blackface is one of them that actually believe like all what he's saying, and he actually tried to push it on Canadian. So those people will all own all the cars, the plane, the jet. They will continue their life as nothing happened, and us, we will just like walk, have a bike, and if you want to visit one of your family that live far away, you will use Zoom.
That's right. Or apparently Uber, which will connect us all. It's not, which I find really funny, because oftentimes the argument here for, anti-car is public transit. Whereas, something like an Uber that's not truly public transit, where it's, a lot of people can board and travel simultaneously. Uber is still very much an individualized car situation. So it's just a really weird connection to draw. And again, I don't foresee that Klaus Schwab is hopping on a subway to get from point A to B. He'll still be jet setting and driving around in his limo. We don't have to worry about that, do we? And of course, when they institute a carbon tax, or not, we already have a carbon tax here in Canada. I think we're the only G7 nation to have anything like that. Thank you to Justin Trudeau for that. But when they institute things like carbon credits, it's people like Klaus Schwab who will just be able to buy up all the carbon credits of the little people who they've squashed with their globalist agenda and policies. And he'll be able to get away with his unrelenting consumption of fossil fuels because, again, I don't think or foresee any of these people giving up that capability anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got to tell you, I'm going on a cruise with a whole bunch of rebels. We're sailing out of Fort Lauderdale on March 23rd, 2024. That's not so far away, less than 6 months away. A gorgeous trip around the Caribbean. Holland America Line, boy, is that luxurious. And we're going to bring some of our favorite rebel talent. Sheila Gunn Reid, David Menzies, and can you believe it? We're actually bringing Tamara Leach with us, and you are invited. That's rebelnewscruise.com.